Agent TV ahabirubina habikwezwa mishanji umwaka wa 2023 nizo rero akabiri kandi Agarikwotsya cyerekeje kubanaga kw'isiyonde Evas Akankwasa konkanyiriza tubanze turebe bije byo bembira Agarikwotsya nije kubana ingarakanago ombwejeri
Agarikwotsya rizoba akaruru ko kuronda mu nyishingiro ashikira abantu ba oyamu y'amatemba umwishingiro kuri rihangiri ya Uganda bwatene kahinda kandi hona ebirompa pabura bibe nabyo nko kutero.
Today I want to hand over this umbrella Dini ni amini ajalgoru okere to my brother Okelo. Ende koni emiya umbrella ni okere.
Amena nanteza hono gwari mvuji wa boda boda umurembo rukuru Kampala yargaye no kushobora embera yakolaba mu bwahati ari kugira ngo umurimo gwaganyirwe mu cyango.
Ngani wenda avuga obanga bavuga abuzo wa boda kuchokola chiyo kulechi ngamubuza kandi kanja boda.
Kandi hono muganda makuru oriyo mugambirizo wa polisi mu ihangiri ya Uganda Fred nanga yargaye no kushaba abanya Uganda kwasa kwatara hamwe nangwa bakazorerisho bwa nyuma yo butumwa kurgaye hono bukasini ko mu Uganda mukurabura kwenda kubaho okufutahira rukundi.
In Uganda to be vigilant at all times, especially in crowded areas and public places.
Nagan Agarikwotsya.
Yugundo murundi kore no wataho TV yawe Evas Akankwasa nchiriza mbase gwene kuretera Agarikwotsya ombwijide twatandira mu district ya Chikube obwa hati ichindiro eri amajita eri ya oil nergambo kuba ryo nertanduko mbutongore kanderi ndiye bwembirwe aba Kingfisher emirimo yayo yatanduko mbutongore ayicaretera kugira ngo bwa hati Uganda neje kuba neshoboza tanka za oil 20 zoba ekintu kirije kwanchi ya mbentasi ya Uganda okweyongera kandi nangwa n'abanya Uganda nyamwinji okwetungira mu rumo omwanya okureka turebe okuyagenda
akamwenyo bwa hati kagaraka amatamagabanya Uganda bwanyuma yikuru kurgaye hona rikashora kandi rikatanka kujanjara mikutu rukwereka ku Uganda hona yatanka kutimba amashita agetwire tegerize okurga hariye ryitimbero ry'amashita abakuru kurga hicyundo ry'amashitere mbargaye no kushobora bari kugira ngo ekintu nk'eki kikubaho eba kubamba kore imirimo yabo yona ninga shoko yona eba kuba batanka kutimba amashita nibamba ronda babona bina kasente kugira ngo bundi bakaba no batwara bakagisha kuko basa kutwara amacundrago misho aho kuba ngo babina kasente n'inkinki yamba mirimo kola kuka nangwa no koresa ibintu byahiguru ninga shi teknology yahiguru omukubasa kora amashita nangwa no gatunga mu kugira ngo bundi abantu bakabasa gaganyurwamo.
You should know that whenever we discover such a resource like this, we always want to attract the best investor to come and try and develop it. And that's why we look for one that has not only money, because that's very important, but also the technology to develop the resources that have been discovered.
Hona bayongera bakushobora bakugira ngo icyundrere nirahango kandi hona ryino bujunanizubwa okubasa korgayo kandi hona rikaragamo oiro nyamwinje rabene yamba abanya Uganda nangwa ni okutahizi hanga ekintu cyamani.
It has a capacity of drilling 8 kilometers, but as you've had reservoirs right now at between 3 to 4 kilometers, so it's quite able to do the job. It has many different components. We have mud pits, many different systems, a well control system, which are used to actually manage and make sure we have control of the well.
Our reservoirs lie between 2,800 to the deepest is 7,000 meters. That is 7 kilometers below the ground. So this drilling rig can reach the deepest reservoir and still have a wind of 1 kilometer as a contingency. So this is a state-of-the-art rig. It's using the most recent technology on the market. It was built and constructed in China by Koso, our contractor. It is fully automated. It is soundproof. Drilling is going on, but you cannot hear any noise. So that means there is minimum interference with the neighboring community. We are going to be drilling 31 wells on 4 well pads. Most of these wells are directional. Directional means as you drill, you can deviate as you access the oil. Most of the exploration work was already done, and we are sure that we have oil under the ground. So what we are drilling now for is to access the oil. After all this is done, we shall hand over to the production team. We shall drill complete, hand over to the production team, and they'll produce the oil. So we are confident that we have the oil. We've actually drilled one well to the TD, that is the target depth where the oil is, and we can confirm that yes.
Bayongera no kushobora kugira ngo project ya Kingfisher neje kubana shoza ebidramu 80 buri izoba kandi honeki nikije kubana kikorwa bwanyuma yemerumeji yaheza kutandika kurungi nangwa nebyoma bikwemarira byahika ha mwanya.
Kingfisher will be producing at 40,000 barrels per day, and at 40,000 barrels per day we expect to produce for about 4 years. And then we start going down, the production will come down. But that production will be supported by the Kaisotonya fields that are meant to come at least 4 or 5 years after first oil. And the Kaisotonya fields include Mputa, includes Nzizi, and includes Waraga. All those have production license currently. And those will be used to support the production at Kingfisher.
Abona babebera kirire ngo nubije kuteganisa nangwa no kushisha mizi omucyangecho barga no kubahabura nangwa no kubagambira bakubagira ngo bahumure abo ko babate barabemba shisha mizi abo kubemerimo yabo no bagikora no bwegendesereza kandi ho nabo no batimba oil kurga hansi munongo.
But we are not going to affect the water. Why? Because it is about 2-3 kilometers deep. That is where the reservoirs are, and we are drilling from the surface and we are deviating towards the reservoir which is under the water. That in itself is a modern technology that we couldn't do in the last 40 years ago, 30-40 years ago. We couldn't do that because over time we have improved in technology. We can now drill better, we can now complete better, we can now reach we can do extended reach in our well drilling, and that has enabled us to be able to even develop an area like this, which could have naturally been affected by the fact that we have water bodies here. How would you drill a vertical well easily on water?
Bithona bargeno kwereka kwerarikirira kwabo kugira ngo ubwo hati bakafunde company nyamungi ziba kwasakoragana nazo kandi hona zikatanka kutambuza oyireje abo kugira ngo company zimwe zizahandikise n'ekitongore ekyo kureba emitindo y'ebintu mu ihangiri ya Uganda nangwa no kubikiriza kubasa kutanka kora nabo nkande eki kibasa kuja kubagarraho kakenyu.
At that point when we started, we struggled to find businesses that had even formalized. By formalizing, we mean just businesses that have registered by URSB, are paying taxes, the basic things. But now those 280 businesses, of those over 50 have qualified to register on the National Supplier Database. More than 30 of those have actually done contracts and have delivered and earned as a result of their business in the oil and gas sector. So in terms of the impact of the contracts and these initiatives, we are actually seeing it.
Hona barga ino kugira ngo umucyange cyo hiba tuyiremermo yabo nangwa niba tanje kutimba oyiro abantu nyamwinji baganyirwemo ahaboko babombekera amarwaro amashomero nangwa nakatare no tebirwe no kuhereza abantu baburije mermo.
We have casual laborers that are working under the contractors. These are 100% people from the area, and we employ these people under the different projects. We also have CSR activities that have been carried out in the area of operation. We all know about the best performers. We know that the community has also gained with the road. Mr. Felix talked about how we used to move from up to down the camp, but now we have a motorable road that also communities use. We have the market. The market is that facility there with brown and white. I think you see brown and white. That is the market. We also have the health center that has been, when there is development, of course you expect influx. But also it's important to note that government has also picked interest in this area. So now the medical facility is funded.
Ichundre rya mashita hona kiguraho mukuru wihanga wekitinisa yowereka guta Museveni omwako gwenyini omukwezi kwa kabiri kandi hona nirunyija kutandika kucundura mashita nangwa no gatimba okwitorora cyange cyo cyona kandi batyo Uganda tankeganyurwa munangwa no kuyamwaka sente ndiza asimwe kagese ahabwa GNTV Agarikwotsya.
Mnunga Desire twakunza mu makuru agandi omugambirizi wa poliisi olukumanywa Fred Enanga yaligayo abasa kuba nasaba abanya-Uganda kuzahabuzura misho kandi n'okwatandisa n'ab'ebyokwerinda okulengwa abasa kuba nibarwanisa omuze gw'abazahambukya barokutahirira ihanga lya Uganda ekyo nikibaho bwanyuma y'okutunga okuraburwa kugira ngo hariho abazahambukya bariyo nibatebeekanisa kutahirira abanya-Uganda nangwa bakabareeta mu busheshashagama katulebe.
Oriyo mugambirizi wa polisi mu ihanga lya Uganda Fred Enanga hono yargaye no kushaba abanya-Uganda imitima ke bagarko munda kandi hona bakahumura bakarya n'akamere kakabahiko munda mwanyuma y'ubutumwa bwo kukanga bwarigere bukasindu ko mu ihanga lya Uganda kugira ngo yona abazahambuke nangwa n'abahekere intenda birungi mbenda kutahirira ihanga lyo kubasa kucyenantara amagaraga bingi hona nangwa no kubabuza imahande genda ari kugira ngo abanya-Uganda bikikane ahubwo kubwa hati Uganda yine bikwetagisa.
The travel advisory was issued by the UK embassy in Uganda, but of course, as the joint security agencies, we remain committed to the fight against terrorism. And although last week the UK embassy in Uganda issued an alert and advisory to its citizens in Uganda and those planning to travel to Uganda, they went on to urge those citizens in Uganda to be vigilant at all times, especially in crowded areas and public places. And from what was going on the digital and social media platforms, you could see that many Ugandans were expressing fear and others beginning to panic because from the previous experiences we've had, some of these terror alerts have been followed with the actual incidents of terror attack.
Yayongera no kushobora kugira ngo abazahambukina munonga ba ADF ningashabu kwasa kweta Allied Democratic Forces abarje bakatahirira kasese nyumaho ngo bwa hati twakine man marungi gwo kwasaga kakutahirira ihanga lya Uganda aho kuba aho hone barhombero ndando mu bishaka bya Congo amahega Uganda ga Uganda People's Defense Forces gabasize kubatahirira kandi hona no kubabuze mahande genda.
Now, despite these incidents, we want to assure the public that a resurgence of the ADF inside the country remains significantly very, very low. Their bases in the DRC have been dismantled and giving them a severe blow. A number of their domestic cells inside the country have also been dismantled, and a number of their activities, including the recruitment and radicalization of children, have also been disrupted. A number of their collaborators and agents have always been rounded up.
Fred Enanga hona yargaye no kushaba abantu kwasa kwatara hamwe n'abebyo kwerinda okugira ngo ubundi bakabasa koleta hobusinjo mu ihanga nkandi nabo nkabebyo kwerinda baromba koro bucweka ihembe nangwa no koro gwabo kurangwa ibintu nkebe tubyagarika kubaho mu Uganda ngo abo kubeki niceretara abanya-Uganda batine bintu nyamwinji.
So as a country, we need to maintain our resolve. The community, we invite the community to share responsibility for our security as a country. We rally the community to stand together with the joint security agencies to demonstrate that there is no space for terrorism in Uganda, and for them not to provide shelter for terrorist groups or even supply them with recruits for radicalization. Because the more they do so, it gives them a basis to continue attacking Ugandans.
Hona yayongera no kushaba abanya-Uganda okubasa gumana bahaba berebe byone bakubasa futeka teko nangwa ne bakwecengera ari kugira ngo ikinjije kuyamba hona babe byo kwerinda okubasa kuranisa ibintu nkebe.
In light of the existing threat environment that continues to exist in the country, is to continue empowering the whole community to remain alert and maintain their safety and security in those places where they live, at places of work, and even where they go out for social entertainment and even hanging out places. It's important that As a Ugandan, if you see or hear something unusual or suspicious, please report to the police. Any small piece of information could be important.
ahanshonga ikizereyo ufiteganisa abanyayuganda ombwiro obwo yo kubasa kuchebeza inshagama y'abana babo kureba babarya babo ningashi bataru babo yarigere no kugira ngo ekinkyenda kuretaho ubuhinza mutema mu bantu nangwa no kushisha amakaga bingi ngona cyanki basika abanyayuganda bine kubergaho ebyo kuchebeza inshagama ngwa kubekiceresera ubunyamwingi mu makaga atari gamwe na gamwe nangwa na gamwe okubasa kugwa.
There has been a demand for DNA testing. It is steadily increasing, and we are seeing children falling victim where some of their rights are abused. You find bloggers, people from the media taking photographs of children who are heartbroken, crying, and this, it's a violence towards the rights of children. So we have really come out to give some guidance surrounding the steady increase in for DNA testing.
Fred Enanga hona yargaye no kwaburaga marwar rugorna agatine bijunazwa wanangwa n'ibyoma byo kubasa gukora hanshongezo kucyebero nshagama kuba basa kuvergaho ngabo ko babamwe bakwata batabura n'enshaga mezi bambaza twara kuza kuzikebera kandi cyona cereta hebyo ebyo kurugamo bitarukushana hona nangwa bitari nebyo biba kubembenda kwihamo.
Come out positive, they are always happy to receive the results because of the better proof. However, we have witnessed clients whose results have come out negatively, and this has evoked very strong emotions. Some are contemplating suicide, others are rebuking the children and insulting them as well as their partners, and this has further been exaggerated by the media hype. You know, the media bloggers go extents of really portraying some of these negative tests as an abomination or something that is very bad in society. And they put an alarm over the DNA results, which has started affecting the privacy of children. First of all, their welfare becomes uncertain. They don't know their future, their education, things to do with their housing and accommodation, and other results, because the alleged father will no longer have a legal obligation to pay child support and welfare. And so we'd like to warn the public against recording children at a loss of relationship, and that is why we've come out. Stop recording these children. It is traumatizing, and you can see how to use maturity in handling these DNA things.
Ahabwa GNTV Agarikwotsya.
Twakomeza amakuru mu district ya Wakiso abebyo kwerinda hati babasakwana bakwata abashije barwengana bashatu abaturene beyita bebyo kwerinda kandi barukuturugunya abaturo mu Wakiso district esitumire bargayo nabo baketerera ndoro abo kubaraza bemerize mutama katubirebe
bangawo ebisambu nebangamba aveko ayindowoza nti abasirikale balakubonyiza okubankere embasanga ziri munya ezako okubanyola bankubye twala bankubye
esabi tayitira mabega omakuru gitu gatari gamwe na gamwe hona tukarugayo twakwereka embozi yabene kwata cyaro cyabura bakuru aha abantu babe bargayo bakweterera umuranga bakugira ngo hari abantu barako bateganisa nangwa nako babuze mahande genda bwashisha bwira kandi ubwo barako yitamwe abasirikare nangwa barako banyagaho n'ibintu byabo no kubita bakubita kurugaho n'abaturani beterera umuranga polisi nabyo kwerinda nangwa n'amahega Uganda People's Defense Forces bakimukira mu nshongeje kandi hona batandika kuhweraho abantu okubasa kuronda nangwa no kutekaho inkiko zitari zimwe na zimwe mu kubasa kureba ngo bundi bakaronda intakimazerezo kandi hona batiyo bazitwara mu mbuga z'amateka mbanyuma y'ebiro bishatu polisi hone kwatanise n'amahe bari kuronda intakimazerezo mu cyangeje nangwa no mu district ya Wakiso oriyo mugamberezi wihe rya Uganda bito wenkambe yo kubanza ningashi First Infantry Major Charles Kabona arje yahamiza abanyamakuru nangwa n'abantu mu district ya Wakiso na munongo mu cyaro cya Burabakuru umugombore ya mende kubahereze kwata abasigazi bashatu imbura karejo hona babembe twara mukabanyamahe nangwa bine n'ibijwaro by'amahe bakugira ngo ubu nubatwire mbakore ibintu kandi hona aba nubatwire mbateganisa abantu mu district ejo Major Charles Kabona hona nagambe yari kugira ngo abantu aba bashatu ubwa hate bari mu ngaro za polisi kandi hona nibije kwa yambaho mu kucyondoza nangwa no kuronda intakimazere zindi ngwagwo kuba babasa kubambakoraga n'abantu binje munonga batari aba bashatu bonka kandi abantu bije kutwara mu mbuga z'amateka batekwe nk'emishango ye kuteganisa nangwa no kuturgunya abantu no kubiba hebintu byabo.
We would not take this issue lightly. We have tried to engage the community through community meetings in areas of Bulabakuru, of course, to share ideas and see who could these people be, where do they come from, and also to assure them that we shall do everything possible to ensure the situation is controlled. We agreed in the recent meetings that let us continue sharing information. Let us be vigilant. Let us inform the UPDF within their area and the police and local authority a bit early in case there is anything strange in their area. And like 2 days ago, we got information that there are some people who were putting on our army uniform, and of course we had to swing into action. Lucky enough, we arrested 3 people. One of them is called Okello Alex. Okello Alex, he comes from Bukedia and he was staying in Namusera. This is the same place where the residents were complaining about armed robberies conducted by people putting on our uniform. Therefore, is a prime suspect in these robberies, and I think he will help us in identifying other criminals. We also have Samba Mathias. This one comes from Buwenge, and we also have Kalulu Issa. He normally calls himself Dog City. He's also from Buwenge. And this one, Kalulu Issa, was found with pangas. And as you know, some time back, residents of a place called Kazinga in Chebando also complained about being attacked by panga-wielding criminals at night. Therefore, these are the criminals that have been terrorizing.
Ahameja ne yargira yari kushaba abanya-Uganda bona na munonga abantu bari mu district ya Wakiso okubasa kwatara hamwe nabe byo kwerinda kandi hona bakareba ngo bamara henta kimazereze zibenzi bamara ho businge nangwa bwashesha bwira no kubatwara he ibintu byabo ari kugira ngo ikintu kija kuyambaho polisi nangwa nabe byo kwerinda okubasa kuronita kimazereze zona heizesherekere.
But I like to inform the members of the public that there are many people there, criminals, who could have got our uniforms through a wrong way, who are putting on our uniforms to tarnish the image of the UPDF. We call upon you, if you see anybody in your area and you are suspicious and that person has never been in the army or has never been served in the UPDF, you can give us information, we arrest him, because he's not supposed to be having military store. We shall continue working closely. Remember, security is a common good, but we need a concerted effort. Let us continue working together so that we can curb criminality in Wakiso and in Uganda. Otherwise, these people we have exposed today in the media that we have arrested, they are part of a big gang that has been moving around terrorizing the people.
Obwa hata bashatu aba bari mu nkomyo za police kandi hona nibija kuvuza bwa kanana katano kugira ngo ubundi bakabasa kubitebya kuba bemba kora mu mirimo yabo nangwa no kuba bemba teganisa mu abantu bwa nyuma bati babahereza nabo bona baromba koragana nabo kandi hona police namahe bongere kubahiga nangwa no kubaronda kandi ubundi abantu bako bakatunga ubusingi.
I like to assure you and the members of the public that we shall continue using multi-pronged approach, both military measures and also bring on board the population so that these criminality activities can be curbed completely. So far so good. These 3 people were found with army uniform, but one of them, Okero, Alex, in one of his photos which we have also seen, he was putting on a police jacket. Therefore he looks to be a hardcore criminal, but he's still a prime suspect. And his friend is Samba Mathias and Karole Issa. When investigations are done completely, because UPDF believes in the rule of law, they will appear in the division court martial.
Za asimwe kagese ahabwa GNTV Agarikwotsya.
Mnonga desire gongoto tunumuchweka chiti cyo kubanza ikiriza tubanze tuseho mu kahumuro tuje kwa ntugaragane chweka cya kabiri utarga Agarikwotsya.